Well, it's almost the end of the year, and we here at One for Review still can't seem to catch a break. Yes, I did read your guys' comments. I appreciate your concern of my well-being, but anyways, it's time to review another anime. Rascal Does Not Dream of a Bunny Girl Senpai, directed by Masui Soichi. Now for the plot summary. Puberty syndrome, abnormal experiences rumored on the internet to be caused by sensitivity and instability during adolescence. This is not part of the plot, but it is a major part of the plot, which I will discuss. This year, Sakuto Asagawa, a second-year student in high school near Enoshima, meets several girls that are experiencing the puberty syndrome. For instance, he meets a wild bunny girl in his school library. She turns out to be an actress on hiatus, Mai, who is also his senior at the school. For some reason, no one else can seem to see this enchanting girl. How did she become invisible? As Sakuta searches for the answers to help Mai, they spend more time together and he eventually learns of her hidden feelings. Starring award-winning actors as Ishikawa Kaito as Sakuta, Seto Asumi as Sakurihima Mai, Toyama Nao as Kago Tomo, Tanezaki Atsumi as Futa Ryo, Kubo Yurika as Asuga Kaide, Minase Iyori as Maki Nohara Shoko, Uchinda Maya as Toyama Noraka, and finally Uchinda Yumiya as Kumi Yuma. Okay, getting back to the plot. That's probably too loud for the mic, but whatever. Alright, so the plot. I did a video on Bunny Girl Senpai a while back saying how I found it to be a very surprising show. I didn't expect to like it very much. I expected it to be a very stereotypical show, but I was completely wrong, and I'm glad I was wrong. To be honest, this is one of my favorite anime of this season. It was really, really good. The story it tells, in particularly, is exquisite. It's not so much in the actual theme itself. The theme is interesting, like I said. The puberty syndrome is the overarching theme. Sakuta finds these girls, whether it be in his school or in his life, that, have to deal with the, puberty syndrome deal. And all of them have their own little stories. And it all ties in together with, adolescence, growing up, being a teenager, having insecurities, all that kind of stuff. And it's very interesting and very well done. But it's really the characters that make this show shine, in my opinion. All the characters are really good. Sakuta and Mai being the kind of main characters in a way are very, very unique in how their relationship does play out. And I do like the rest of the characters. All of them are really good. All of them play a great role in the show, and all of them have their own specific episodes that are dedicated to all of them. And I really like the story that unfolds all the way to the end. And I can't wait to see what more comes, considering there is a movie that is coming based on I believe it was the 7th and 8th novel. If I remember, not novel, but volume, excuse me. So I can't wait to see how the story unfolds. It's not an overarching story that has a main sort of theme. Well, it does have a main theme, but it doesn't have an actual goal. It's just the puberty syndrome and what Sakuta has to do to help these people get over it in a way. Like I said already, in terms of characters, this show is amazing. All the characters are really likable. It's just incredible. I loved all the characters in this show. Sakuta being the lead was very well voice acted. I really liked him. He was a great character, very interesting. Mai being sort of another one of the main characters and the main sort of love interest is also a very likable character, and the relationship that they have is very, very good. Then of course there are other, the other people in the show. You got Ryo, who kind of knows what the puberty syndrome is and talks about it a lot, and it's very interesting the way she does talk about it and what happens there. Kaide, being the little sister, is also very cute, also has her own problems and has to deal with things her own way, so I did like her as well. So all the characters in the show do play a big role and are very likable, and I did like them quite a bit. And I wish you could see a little bit more of them, because after their standard episodes are done, after you see them for like 2 to 3 episodes, they kind of just fall off the rails and you don't really see that much about them again. But that's fine. The show does need to get through a bunch of characters. In terms of presentation, I really don't know what else to say besides the animation's really good. It is really, really good. This is one of the few anime this season that is very much a slice of life kind of anime. It looks just like how it would in Japan. It's not crazy. Most of the people look very normal. They don't have colored hair or anything, colored eyes, even though that's not a bad thing. I do like that, but most of them are pretty normal looking. They look like they could be real people, and they're drawn very unique, and none of them really look the same. They all have their own distinct design. As for the animation, it's just very fluent altogether. It's very nice animation. I really did like it. It looked very pretty. Unfortunately, I can't really say the same thing for the soundtrack. The soundtrack in this show is not very good. In fact, it's one of the intros that I skipped every now and again because I didn't really like the intro. And as for the rest of the music, it's all kind of, well, just okay. It's not great. It's not amazing as some other shows that I've seen this season. But it is good. It fits in with the mood, but overall, it's not anything to write home about. It's nothing special. So that is a little bit of a problem for me, but I can let it go because the story, the characters, and the animation really do make up for that lack of music. In fact, I would say the music doesn't even matter in this case because everything else is so good. So to kind of bring everything back to a final verdict and my final thoughts on the show, what more can I say? The story is really good. It is a really great story. I love the theme that it has, and I love the context behind it. I love how they made the show. Everything about the story was just very intriguing. All of it was, I was very invested in every single episode, in every single arc that's in the show with each character. I was invested the whole way through, and I can't wait to see what more they have to do in, the movie that comes out next year. And in terms of the characters, they're all good. I liked all the characters. There wasn't a single one I had a problem with. There's one episode that I'm not a particular fan of, but that's really not that big of a deal because I still do like the episode. I'm just moving in my chair, excuse me. In terms of music's meh. I'm not crazy about it, but at least the animation's really, really good, so that does make up for it. So really, if I had to give this show a final verdict, I'd have to give it a 9 out of 10. The show is great. It's awesome. I absolutely love this show. I loved, almost every minute of watching it. There are a few nitpicks I have, which is why I can't give it a perfect rating. And it wasn't my favorite show that I watched, but it was damn near second favorite by far. It was really good. I was invested in the characters' stories. I was invested in the story itself. I liked everything about this show all the way to the end. I can't say I missed an episode or I ever thought, yeah, I'm going to skip today's episode. This was also one of the shows where I was like, I need to watch the episode right when it comes out. So, would I recommend it? Yes, of course I would. The story is great, characters are great, animation's great. I mean, yes, I recommend this show to anybody who wants to watch it, or is at least a little bit curious. And I know some people won't watch this based on the title alone, Bunny Girl Senpai. Believe me, the whole bunny girl idea really doesn't play that huge of a role. It's a metaphor, yes, but it's not a stereotypical show, which is what I'm saying. So I do recommend this show to anybody who has Crunchyroll. Go check this out. So as I said, Grant says check this out, and thank you all for watching. I'm so happy you guys enjoy these anime reviews so much. I've seen your feedback. I enjoy it doing these, and I enjoy seeing the feedback from you guys. Thank you so much for supporting. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, if this is your first time here. Have you guys seen the show? If you have, let me know down in the comments down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you despise it? Were you completely not thrilled by it? Were you not invested? Tell me down below. I don't care what you think, but I will listen to it. I will read it, and even if I might disagree, I will let you know in the comments to never come back again. Thank you for your viewership. Well, anyways, I'm Grant for One Fair Review, and as always, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. We'll be right back.